Welcome to Critical Blues Reviews. I'm your host, Critical, and to my right, one of my best friends from the Seaport. I have with me Ill. What's the word, Ill? What are you doing here?
I don't know what to do with my hands.
I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
Be good just to hold them down by your side.
Yeah, man. So I'm in Savannah, man, and had to get up with one of my closest friends, man. From the cradle.
Day
You know
one.
what I'm saying? Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, definitely.
Almost 30 years of friendship.
Yes, sir. So he went off and he got a chance to see a film that I saw in Savannah. I went to the IMAX theater and with the 3D, and I thought I'd been to an IMAX theater before. Man, I went
to recline the seats and stuff.
Yes, and you kick back. I mean, I've done that before in Atlanta before, but this was different. It felt like I was at the Epcot Center. You know what I'm saying? When I walked in there.
It's definitely an experience to go to the movies and pull it.
Yo,
especially from down here.
Man,
They got everything.
I was like, yo, and then I talked to a cousin of mine. I need to look this up. Need to fact check this, but he said this is the biggest IMAX in the United States. I don't know how true that is, but
Well, it might. I mean, it was new.
what's the biggest IMAX theater in the United States?
According to Quora, the screen in the AMC Lincoln Square IMAX in New York City is 75.6 feet tall and 101 feet wide. The next largest in the U.S. is AMC Metreon IMAX in San Francisco.
No, I don't know where that came
75.6
from.
by 97.6
You know how
feet.
people from
The
a
largest in the
place.
world is
How big is the Savannah IMAX theater in comparison?
According to Savannah Morning News, towering screen tops 75 feet high and 100 feet wide. Savannah area residents will soon be able to watch movies on the world's tallest IMAX screen right in their own backyard.
This motherfucker said world's tallest.
The world's tallest IMAX screen. Hey, we coming up. Savannah, we coming up.
Yo, I think it's saying, yo, we talking about United States.
I mean,
We was just
look
saying the
around,
world's
you
tallest.
see all of these factories and stuff they throwing up. They ain't doing that for no reason. You know, we the third largest port in the United States, so apparently they got big plans for our little city. So y'all just get ready.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Well, I had a ball at this IMAX theater, man. It was so, you know what I'm saying, massive. Pause. I guess we might as well get into it. We wasted people's time. Anything else you want to say before we get in it?
No, not really. It's your show, man. I'm just here to add some insight and how y'all doing. I was thinking that.
Yeah, man. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. Tonight, we're going to be reviewing The Woman King 2. Tonight, we're going to be reviewing The Pink Panther.
I like to see some what's her name, Pink? On the pizza Pink. Oh! Ooh, that's a sexy joke there, boy.
Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Kinda forever.
Shout out to Letitia Wright. I love me some Letitia. Even though that's not Letitia, but I love me some Letitia. And Lupita. Lupita's my top three actually. Top three beautiful women to me. Lupita is definitely in the top three. Let's go ahead and get into it. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Now the director of this film is Ryan Coogler. You might have seen his work with the Fruitvale Station. You also have the writer, who also is Ryan Coogler. He wrote Creed, and I know Creed 3 is about to come out soon. You caught up on the Creeds?
I am.
Okay.
I love Creed.
Okay, dope. And you have Joe Robert Cole.
Shout out to Joe Robert Cole.
And he wrote Amber Lake. I've never seen Amber Lake.
Never even heard of it.
But the log line for this film, after the death of Wakanda's king and hero, it's now open season on the secluded country of Wakanda as other nations and hidden mystical kingdoms smell blood in the water. What do you think? That makes sense?
Yeah, that was a good segue into the story. That was pretty much exactly what happened.
Yeah, yeah.
Then they quickly realized Mama don't play that. Like Mama's doggone. Shoot. Now that's another. Oh, it's Angela Bassett.
Yo.
I'd like to drink some of the waters of Minnetonka. Angela Bassett tub, Lord Jesus.
I can't stand that saying, girl, I drink your bath water. I be like, oh.
I mean,
I get it, you know.
this ain't that type of channel. Show. I mean, but jokers do some nasty stuff. You know, we do some filthy
dirty
stuff.
bath water is? Oh, man.
I mean, you put your mouth on places. Just, I mean,
yeah, it's gonna be that
skin
disclaimer.
Skin is dead skin. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just, you know, we all adults in the room anyway. Sorry, kids. Y'all never saw Color Purple. That's where that reference comes from.
There you go.
Anyway.
Yeah. So the characters of this film, we have Shuri, played by the beautiful and pretty Letitia Wright. Now you might have seen her work in Black Mirror, season 4, episode 6. It's called The Black Museum. Did you ever seen that?
No.
Man, it's powerful. It's a powerful joint. You check out Black Mirror. It's a lot of good stuff they have if you're into technology and future-based type films. Kind of it's basically sci-fi. Sci-fi, Tales from the Crypt type stuff. You know, it's not scary, but you know, like a sci-fi version of
something like my father-in-law like sci-fi stuff.
Yeah. It's a better example. I just can't think of one right now. That was a great part I saw her. That's the first time I've ever seen her in a film, and she killed it. You got to check that out. Also,
that's my son's crush.
Oh, for real? Letitia Wright.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
He loved her in the first Black Panther. She a little tomboyish in this one. She's still cute as a button, but you know, that haircut and the clothes, I wish she looked more like your shirt. You know what I mean? I ain't taking nothing away from the actual girl, because she is cute as a button, but you know.
Yeah, was she wearing the windsuits?
Days loafish. You know what I mean?
I ran into Days loafish. I got to tell you about that story. But that's a funny story. But then you got, she was also in The Silent Twins. That came out September 16th of this year. That's an interesting movie basically about these twins who have psychological imperfections. That's not how I'm going to say that. But so, yeah, they're a little different. You know, and they're like out in Europe, and these two black girls. And Letitia Wright, she played like one of the characters of the twins. You know, like it's an interesting story. You also have Nakia, played by the most sensational.
Them braids. I bet you drink her day on that water. She gave you a tall glass and said, "Drink this." You were like, ooh, it's chocolate milk. Oh, it's chocolate be nothing. Quick, that's quick. This is chocolate is Ovaltine.
Oh man, yes sir. I'm not gonna answer that question. Lupita, you know, she was played on Us. I very much loved that movie. I really did like that movie. What about you?
I feel bad. I haven't watched it.
Also, you have Okoye, played by Denai Guerrera. She was in the Walking Dead TV series. You ever watch that?
I remember her.
Yeah. And then I liked her look in this. She looked good. I liked her fight scene. We'll get more into that later. You have Queen Ramonda, played by the most elegant, top tier person, definitely in public. I don't know how she is behind the scenes, but classy in person.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You got to give it up for Angela Bassett. I mean, you might have seen her.
Bassett deserves an Oscar for her performance.
Yeah, man. You might have seen her in What's Love Got to Do with It. I had to watch that. There's another one my mother took me to. Yeah, Waiting to Exhale. Yeah.
Waiting to Exhale.
Yeah, because she was the lead in that one, correct?
She was.
Yeah.
Well, that was like a
ensemble.
A black a black Sex in the City before Sex in the City. You
That's
dig?
a good point.
And
That's a great point.
four best
Yeah,
friends.
that's a good point. You know what? Cause you know, Friends came from was it Living Single? No, was it Living Single? That Friends, they took the idea from Friends came from they Living Single.
Maybe.
I think it was Living Single, and then I wouldn't be surprised if they took Sex in the City from
Waiting to Exhale.
Waiting to Exhale. That's
Yeah,
a good-
because they were raw in there. They talked about sex and stuff.
Yeah, you got Riri, played by Dominique Thorne. You might have seen her in Bill Street Can Talk. You ever seen a Bill Street Can Talk? Man, it's an actress.
Sure, she had a little cake back there.
What she did?
She had a little cake back there. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, ooh, where that cake come from?
So you have Namor, played by Tenoch Huerta. You might have seen him in the Forever Purge that came out. It might have been 21 last year. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. How did you feel about this film?
Initially, I was a bit skeptical about how they were gonna recast Black Panther 2 without Chadwick Boseman, because he did such a powerful job in the first movie. I think the tributes to him throughout the movie were very moving. I'm not gonna lie. I think during the funeral scene, I definitely dropped one or two. That was the only time, but there was other parts of the movie that were very emotional as well. After seeing it, it was kind of like you said in the intro, you know what I'm saying? It was more of the same of, you know, women empowerment, you know, we can do this, you know, guys back us up, you know, rah, 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 women empowerment. And I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it because I enjoyed the film, but there were also let-ons to other nuances, like, for me, because I'm kind of not a political guy, they showed how colonialism affected black and brown people. In this film, even though it's fictional, it kind of shows what the world would be had they left us alone, because we're naturally superheroes, black and brown people. But that was powerful for me, how they showed that there were two separate kingdoms, and they were the only two kingdoms that had this special ingredient, vibranium, and they use it to build these superpowers, one on land, one in the sea, of nations, and nobody knew about it. You know what I mean? But they could destroy the world if one could destroy the world, but if they were to join together, it would be catastrophic. So I paid attention to that, and let alone some of the spiritual references. All this stuff from the Marvel Cinematic Universe is based off of gods from yesteryear, like Bass. Yeah, that's an actual, God. Same thing with Namor. Kukulkan, or however you say it. All of those gods are real.
Kukulkan. I forgot if you said it that way. I could be saying today, bro.
Kukulkachu,
Kukulkachu.
Study is such a strong word, but I do delve into like dibble and dabble and stuff like that. So
that's what's up, and I appreciate that, man, and for that insight. I don't have any strong feelings about Shuri taking. That's why I'm rocking the shirt. Like, I love Letitia Wright. I'm not gonna front. There are some problems I do have, but it's more so of a hyena type of system they have. The Wakandans, like, women are in the lead, the men are kind of in the back. You know
that's
what I'm saying?
one thing that I will say.
In this movie,
men.
and same in the first movie, it was mixed. Like, everybody had their important roles. Now in this one, it's kind of like men kind of sit to the back. We're the women hyenas. We kind of take over. We battle. We fight the lions. Y'all kind of I don't even know what the male hyenas do. I think they're just there to just give sperm or some shit, like reproduce.
Elephants are like that too.
Yeah, you're right. And
they did have a scene where elephants came to the water when Shuri and what's her mother's name?
Queen Ramonda.
Yeah, when they were out there, they had a scene where they were burning their garments from the funeral. and the elephants came, and that was kind of symbolic because, like you said, that's another part of the animal world where the women take the lead.
Or the hierarchy.
Right.
You know what I mean? So maybe that's where that came from. But I'm kind of like, but I notice everywhere else is like, but the opposing person, okay, it's a guy that's going into battle. You know what I'm saying? For their people. You know what I'm saying? People sacrificing themselves. You know what I'm saying? For the life of everyone else. You know what I'm saying? And that's what men normally have to do when head of a household. Like, you go out and make sure that, you know, your fortress is defended and your wife and your kids has a way out. You take that bullet for that household. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But that's just more, and like you said, it's part of a bigger agenda in our community. As far as entertaining, yes, it was that.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. It's definitely part of a greater agenda to show our women taking the lead every chance they get. I mean, Nike commercials and just sport, everything. They have several commercials and ads out there that are strictly geared toward women empowerment, especially black women. And since about the 1970s, when welfare and everything was introduced into our community, and the men basically were displaced through prison, through you can't have a guy in the house and we're gonna cut your check off and all of this stuff. You know what I mean? It's been an ongoing narrative that black men are absent. You know what I mean? And when women are out there putting on the front lines or whatever, I just have to say, as far as my circle, my friend group, that's far from the truth. When I go pick my son up from school and drop him off, I always see other guys, black guys, Mexican guys, white guys, you know, taking their kids and being in that role as well. We need each other as a collective. Pretty much my whole family was, like, I have 6 aunts. I didn't have any uncles growing up, you know, so I've seen it, you know, firsthand, you know what I mean? And sometimes it turned out okay, sometimes it didn't.
So you about to know exactly how little T'Challa is going to grow up.
Yeah.
What are your dislikes about this film? Because it seemed like it was kind of leading there, you know.
Dislikes? I would just say the lack of male presence. We did get to see M'Baku.
Yeah.
He showed up and gave counsel to but the roles are clearly reversed, where she's like kind of the leader and he has to respect that. It was the general that said that you and your muscle bound army or something like that. You know what I mean? It's like saying they were basically just muscle, like they were dumb or something.
Him,
when
it was in the I remember that when they having like a counseling.
Yeah.
I'll have to since you want it, so I won't have to like repeat. You know, I'll just go ahead and just piggyback off what you were saying. That part I didn't really like that part because it was like they bickering right there, and it was like women had to show like it's like they were children. Like men, they weren't even present or they were children. You know what I'm saying? Any more dislikes before you?
As far as dislikes, not really. I mean, that's just a gripe. Like, me and my wife talk about this type of stuff all the time. I mean, we are in a hyper-feminist generation right now. I don't have any daughters. So I can't really say what I would teach my daughter, because I do like the fact that women can go out and be independent, because they did a good job. The powers that be did a good job. Power is corrupted. I have sons. I struggle with trying to show them how to be sensitive men, but also how to take charge when they have to.
I had a problem how Queen Ramonda died. I really expected her to be
a matriarch.
I thought she was gonna be the next Black Panther. I thought that was her in the suit.
Too old.
Oh, you didn't see have you seen the anime where she was fighting when they had her husband that was supposed to be the Black Panther hiding with the daughter, and she was out there fighting. But now she was a dermalage. She was leader of the dermalage. and the way that she was kicking everybody's ass. Now I don't know why the father had to sit in the back and be the, you know what I'm saying? But for some reason he's the Black Panther. Why isn't he out there fighting? But we're not going to talk about that. Somebody has a reason why he probably isn't fighting.
You said this is on the what? Anime?
The anime or What If.
Oh, okay. Well, that was a hypothetical.
But it's basically of things that happen in alternate dimensions.
Uh-huh.
So it happened. It just didn't happen in the regular MCU timeline, but it happened in alternate dimension.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well that's in a different dimension though.
True. But still, she was the queen of the Dermalage, not queen, but the leader of the Dermalage. We saw how she battled.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless that's how the structure goes. Even though they had Black Panther around, you know what I'm saying, the son, you know what I'm saying, T'Challa. But his father was still there. His father still had some type of strength. He might have been old. I mean, him and his wife were, I don't say they're not elders, but I mean I guess the younger people they'll be elders. But they were still at a point where they can fight. But that's not my point. The point was, I didn't like the fact that, I really thought she was going to be the next Black Panther. Like, not forever, but just for that scene. And maybe if they killed her off while she had on the suit, fine. You know what I'm saying? But I thought that she was the more skilled out of everybody. Maybe the Dermalage, but what she was doing in the anime, she was the more skilled out of everybody who's left outside of T'Challa. So I thought that she was going to... Then I didn't expect her to die. You know what I'm saying? I didn't expect that. I don't know. It might be a like later on. But as of right now, I thought that, you know what I'm saying, I thought she was going to... That's what messed me up. Because I really wasn't... I'm thinking she's going to wear the suit at this point. Because we saw how she get down.
I didn't see how she... I mean, but that's... I mean, I can't speak to the animated anime series. But for the movies, I think she played a very... Like, the speech she gave...
Yeah.
Oh, man. That was hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like she put him in their place with that speech.
Yeah.
Doggone.
But
as far as the fighting, Okoye, she was always the warrior goddess. As far as the movies, and she did her thing. That was another scene that was kind of sad when she loses her rank and everything.
The last thing I didn't like about this film was that I had to use the restroom 3 or 4 times in one sitting, because I told myself when I did it, I was like, damn, this movie gonna be long. I'm gonna have to use the bathroom. I'm thinking I would have to, I could hold it throughout one, but it was in my mind so much that when I was watching it, as soon as it came on, that shit was like, you gotta use the bathroom, you gotta use the bathroom, you gotta use the bathroom. I was like, I gotta go. So I went like 3 to 4 times. I messed up. I had a beer. And then I had some water.
Oh yeah,
so
that's beer gonna run you.
Yeah. Let's get to the likes. You know what I'm saying? So, what did you really like about this film?
Peter.
I concur.
They hid the fact that T'Challa had a child. That was, but that's at the very, very end.
Yeah, end credit scene.
I like the fact that they did show us as masters of science and the technology aspects of it. I like Shuri's leadership, not to take anything away from her. Like, for her age and the fact that she loses everybody in her immediate family.
That's what I didn't like for sure. I didn't like that happening with Shuri. That she lost everybody. I didn't like that.
Yeah, but she held it down.
Yeah, she did.
Oh,
she did.
I like the scene when she went to the ancestral plane.
Yeah.
And you know who showed up.
Yes, sir. Yes,
and
sir.
that was dope. And if you look at her suit, you'll see it's more similar to Killmonger's Black Panther suit with the gold accents and stuff like that.
Right.
Than T'Challa's.
Yeah.
Because they make reference to her fiery rage.
Did you see how she was like stepping to Nakia? Remember when she came out of the celestial plane? And she like, who did you see? And she wouldn't tell her. And then she kept getting in the room. She was like, I don't got da. And she was getting in all in Nakia face. Nakia was like, all right, goddamn, hold on. I said, I know Letitia when she probably did that acting scene. I don't know for a fact, but I can guess it that she studied Michael B. Jordan Killmonger when he was, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, when he was like moving his head, like, you know what I'm saying? She was doing the same thing.
She was the most American of the Wakandans, if that makes sense. Like the way that her style and everything like that, like her, you know, when they walk, when her and T'Challa do the little, you know, the handshake scene or whatever, they both seem like they were like children of hip hop. So her attitude is more American than everyone else's anyway. So her aggression is more, you know what I mean? And like you said, she probably studied Michael B. Jordan's character. Like I said, she got her days low for him, you know what I mean? Oh, that's a dislike. That was a dislike. I didn't like how they took the femininity almost away from Shuri.
Yeah.
Like she was so tough, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they you love people. Well, I guess you do wear the windsuits.
Well, I mean,
was that a windsuit called?
Earlier days, loaf, you know what I mean? With the try, I mean,
she could dunk a basketball, like she could.
She didn't like she could dunk a basketball. She was so little.
That's another thing. When I saw it in the IMAX, that motherfucker like she was like 6'4".
She was like in comparison to everybody else on the screen. Now the other girl, Ironheart or whatever, Riri, she was
Dominique.
She was short compared to Shuri. But Shuri was little compared to everybody else.
Like Shuri is tall. I want to say. Let me see. I want to say Shuri's like Letitia Wright. I want to say she's like 5'7", 5'6" or 5'7". You think she's shorter or taller?
Let's see.
5'5".
Yeah, she's about that.
She's under. But yeah, like I said, I saw her on that big screen.
She's slim. You like she look like she weigh all of 89 pounds soaking wet. You know what I mean? And she ain't got none of that. You know what I'm saying?
I like it though. I
like the fact that they made Lupita look like a mama. Like she had hips like a mama. Like she was big fine Lupita in this one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Them braids and oh man.
Yeah, Lupita, she and I gotta give it not even.
And she was raw. Like as far as like people don't talk about the fact or. Like everybody talks about Okoye, but Lupita is a spy. She speaks like 20 different languages, and she can fight her. Like she was able to infiltrate into. She was able to infiltrate into Neymar's underworld, Atlantis or whatever, and get Shuri out.
And Riri.
I'm just saying. Man, she's a badass, man. Like she. If I had to pick somebody to fight alongside me, I don't know if I pick Okoye. I might pick doggone because she's cunning.
Yeah.
I might pick him, and I ain't just because I think she's fine. You know what I mean? Doggone, she's everything you would want. You know what I'm saying? She's smart, resilient. She can fight her behind off. She's got a mothering nature. As we find out in this,
very feminine.
Yeah, feminine and strong at the same time. That's a deadly combination. Like I said, the technological aspects. I like the fact that they like I said, they showcased what it would be like if black and brown, because those were like they were Native American, but more like early Mexican
the Mayans
culture. You know what I mean? And they showed what it would be like when we wore, and they showed what it would be like if we came together. It was interesting, you know what I mean, in the aspect of knowing that there were other people that had vibranium and what they did with it. The fight scenes, they were highly entertaining because it was unexpected. Like you didn't know how the Talakians were going to use their powers against these people because one's a water people and one's a land people. Outside of just flooding the whole Wakanda, what else could they do in a combat situation? But it was dope.
I have to say my like have to be the siren joint when they were in the water, they were singing.
Oh, they could sing you and make you jump.
Yeah, that was like straight from what was that
Yeah, that was
mythology about the people on the boat and they come across a land of sirens and.
I want to say probably Greek.
Yeah, I forgot the name of the story. I never read it. I just remember so many other stories that were crazy. Yeah, that I mentioned it, you know. But also too, Nakia, as I mentioned on Brogy Nark, I was on the panel, and Brogy Nark, shout out to you, and we talked about Black Panther not too long ago, and that was one of the things I mentioned. I think Nakia was my MVP, but I think the way that she was so smooth, how she went in, she was asked to do a job, and she performed. You know what I'm saying? Didn't fail. I mean, the odds were pretty much against her. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, and she went in and she did what she was supposed to do and came out. You know what I'm saying? So, definitely. And then like everything that she did was hard hitting. From getting the princess, you know, even having us wait for her. Like, yo, I wonder where Nakia is. You know what I'm saying? Like, wonder what she's doing. She didn't even show up at the, you know, the funeral. Excuse me. Like, what's really going on? And so then all of a sudden she shows up, you know what I'm saying? You know, like you feel the conflict somewhat, like why weren't you at the funeral? You know what I'm saying? Now it's kind of like, bam, in credit scene, I got a secret. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely have to give it to Nakia.
I like Angela Bassett's role too.
Oh yeah.
The way she held it down in the absence of her son, she still had that motherly instinct as far as protecting her remaining child. That was, you know, she Angela Bassett, like I said, she may be an Oscar tops. I think her role, her acting was very strong.
Yeah, it was.
Maybe at least as a supporting, you know, best supporting actress or whatever the case.
Yeah.
Her presence was felt.
Yeah. I ain't go front. I also like the water bombs. The action scenes was dope. I think the action in this film was better than the action in the first the first Black Panther film. The reason why I couldn't give the first Black Panther a top notch, it was the fact that, or top grade was the fact that, you know, the fight scene at the end was kind of uninteresting. Like that's when I fell out of the movie. We was fighting Killmonger in the subway. Yeah, it was like
hard.
And the CGI didn't look good to me. I was just like I felt the drop off. Well, I did. I felt the drop off. I was like, oh man.
I mean, there was this third climatic fight scene because he already fought M'Baku, and then he fought Killmonger the first time.
But he's in his outfit though. You got to show off for your outfit. You can't have a fight. You can't see Clark Kent fighting in the glasses in his shirt the whole time. Then you get a version of him in this Superman suit.
But you gotta think that they were also in the train station, and it was causing them to basically lose their power.
I get that, but I mean, you like that scene. I can't knock what you like, but I don't. And it was nothing that really stood out for me to be like, oh, that was awesome. Like that fight scene was kind of, I was like waiting for it to kind of end. Or hoping, I'm not gonna front. I was hoping that something exciting would happen. That like I was like, oh, I didn't see that coming. If they're gonna do it this way, like we're saving up, and then bam, you hit us with this right here, and it was like, oh shit, I really was gonna give up on this fight scene, and it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? But you know, this shit really came through. But I feel like with this one, it had better action with Okoye when she was fighting the blue dude. I forgot the guy's name, but no, when she was fighting
the warrior.
Yeah.
The warrior guy. Yeah.
So I thought, I was like, yo, like they getting it in, and then and even at the end when Namor, it made sense. I wanted to feel some type of way, but everything made sense. It came around full circle to where I have to put it as a like, where at the end they were fighting and she was draining all of his energy. And I said this before. I mean, I might have said it on my podcast, other people's podcasts. I said if she beats Namor without any help, that's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't really see her build up. We always have a montage of the characters getting better. And then just to have a montage of a character not really getting better, you know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, how did she get so skilled? But you never really see the build up of the character of how they got skilled. But when she was like fighting Namor, she was using all these devices to suck out the moisture from Namor making him weak. So it made sense, but he was still stronger than her. Even when he landed on the desert and he had all his energy sucked out, he was still stronger. Then if
physically, yes.
Right. And then when it got to the point where she had the spear, I felt I was going to feel some type of way because she should have killed him. You know what I'm saying? Like, this person killed your mom. This person did. You know what I'm saying? Killed your people. I'm pretty sure people drowned in that flood. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
And then compared to then I thought about they did kill one of his people, so he's going to come with a wrath. You know what I'm saying? Then on top of that, you know what I'm saying? If she would have killed Namor, her people were backed in the corner on that ship, and they were about to get pushed over. They get pushed over into that water. They're super dead. They ain't gonna be able to fight in that water. You know. So then, when they came back and Namor called his people off, if she would have killed Namor, he would be able to call his people off, and everybody in their tribe would have died.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I can't feel no way about that. I have to like it. You know what I'm saying?
Love is stronger than hate. It's understood that because when they ask her who taught her to be a scientist, and she says her brother taught her. But they don't highlight the fact that T'Challa is also a brilliant scientist. He's more looked at as a warrior. She is also a warrior, but it's like he went more to the warrior side. She went more to the scientist, the academic side.
Right.
But she's also a warrior because you gotta think she fought in the first Black Panther. She fought, when they were fighting Killmonger. She was one of the 3 people that was fighting against him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but she got washed though.
But she don't have any powers. Now she got the power of the Black Panther.
True. We can roll with that.
I mean, I'm just saying, just for the sake, this to play devil's advocate. You know what I mean? I understand what you're saying. Like, most people will be like, man, there's no way, but I agree. She did use strategy. She lured him into a place where she knew that he would get weaker and weaker.
Right, yeah. That's beautiful.
You know what I mean? And he basically did. If she didn't have those beads, people would be like, well, she got stabbed in the chest. How did she live?
Right.
She's got those beads. Right. You know what I mean? Now, they didn't show her using it, but you got to think she got a whole vibranium suit. She may have had all of those.
Yeah, it already
aspects.
instantly healed.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's self-healing, almost similar to like a Wolverine thing when she got that suit.
But the suit does it for you.
Right, you know what I mean? He would have killed her, but, the fact that she had the power of the Black Panther, she probably had some super high-tech gadgets on that suit that allow her to self-heal and everything like that. Like, he basically would have won, except for the fact that he was getting weaker by the minute.
Yeah.
And, she was able to, heal from the wound that he inflicted. And then she burns him. Like, basically, whatever moisture he still had in his bloodstream, she burned it out of him. Right. So now he's just like a fish on land. You know what I mean? He can't breathe. He's done. Yeah, he's done. So, that's my take on that, on how she won that scene or how she won that fight. The movie is called Wakanda Forever, not Tanaka or whatever the hell them people. Yeah, they was gonna win in the end.
I mean? No, I'm not. That's what I was saying. Like, I would have felt some type of way about it, but I knew because of all of this. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, I don't want to be chopped off where I have the solution, but I can't really say the other part to really put the the caboose on the train. You know what I'm saying? But I would say too, it was a beautiful film. You know what I'm saying? All the colors,
shot.
The outfits and all.
Yeah.
I did like the outfits when Nakia had on. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was beautiful what she had on, like good, bodysuit. You know what I'm saying? Very elegant.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
at the same time,
the curves.
Yeah, that. You know what I'm saying?
What I mean? Them hips don't lie, baby.
And the thing is this too. I mean, if they didn't see, hopefully they didn't CGI. I mean, I'm pretty sure they CGI'd the Black Panther outfit. Maybe they added some extra curves for to make it look more feminine, the suit. You know, like if it's not, that would be dope. You know, that's just all her.
Popping out with shoes and they teaching them kids.
I'm talking about it in the Black Panther. So you think they added CGI to make it more?
Who you talking about? Sure. Black Panther?
Yeah.
I mean, she got a little something, you know what I mean? She just slim. She got a little something.
Yeah, so
she definitely
they really made the suit look good though.
Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. That's just like if you ever dated a slim woman, you know what I'm saying? In their clothes, everything looks a little baggy, but when the clothes come out, you be like, whoa. I ain't know you had all that there.
Yeah, man. So
sorry, Keith.
Well, yeah. But what would you compare this film to?
What I compare it to?
Yeah.
I really don't have a comparison. This is because I'm not like outside of Marvel stuff. Like I'm not like huge on like sci-fi. Mm-hmm. As far as anything else. I've never seen anything like it.
You said Aquaman earlier?
Oh yeah, Aqua. I was like, as far as the Talakians were probably compared to the Atlanteans on Aquaman, just because that movie came out, predated this movie. But that Namor actually was a character in the comic books before Aquaman. So that's just, to let y'all know, they really didn't steal anything. It's just the Aquaman beat him to the punch as far as the movie. I really don't have a comparison. What would you compare it to?
That's what I was thinking about, because you did say that this film is very unique. It's a very unique film. I was going to go with Black Adam. The reason why is the disagreements of two parties. This was more deadlier or more severe of a war. This was actually a war. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Compared to with Black Adam and him and the JSA when they were battling each other. Mm-hmm. So I definitely would say, this was just a more extreme version. The JSA, the Black Adam was more or less like the JSA was the police and Black Adam needed to be arrested. Mm-hmm. But they basically need to fight with a common enemy. Mm-hmm. This one didn't have a common enemy. You know what I'm saying? Or if the common enemy was that grief, it's like I feel like the theme was more about grief, what you're doing with your anger. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole thing with Killmonger, process it correctly and not lash out emotionally. So I would have to say Black Adam. I can't really think of another movie to compare this to be honest.
I really can't. I mean, because it feels totally different from the first Black Panther. Like,
right. Let's go ahead and our comparisons on this one is going to be pretty low. Unfortunately, I can't think of a good movie to compare it to. I'll probably kick myself in the butt after I press stop on here. Be like, damn, this so and so. What would you rate this film?
I have to give it a strong 7 out of 10. I ain't gonna lie to you. Every time I think about this film, I think about Lupita. Everything on hips, baby.
You want to give it 7?
Give him 7 hips.
7 Lupita hips. They don't lie. They don't lie.
But no, I gotta find something else. My wife gonna be like, don't talk about Lupita all the time. I am married, but sorry. But I'll give it 7 shiny suits. You know what I mean? Shiny suits. The little jazzy track suits. Little shiny jury suits. You know what I mean?
What do they call it? Windsuits?
Windsuits. Yeah. Let's give us 7 out of 10 shiny track suits. The reason being is because to me, the first one was a 10 out of 10. When you walk out of the movie theater with this movie, I don't know, just me personally, I didn't walk out with the same feeling that I did.
No, it's different energy.
It's different energy.
2 people died in this film.
Let me answer this is my doggone. Yeah. I'm just just trying to tell you now. You know, yeah, it's different energy and everything like that. But shoot, it ain't my fault.
No,
It's the people who made the movie.
You wanted to feel the same thing how you felt.
No, I didn't. I'm saying it's going to be a different energy. But, you know, I wasn't speaking about the sadness of it. You know what I'm saying? Because the last scene of the movie brings, like, it kind of, it's like actual real life. You know what I mean? Somebody dies and somebody's born. You know what I mean? If anybody has ever lost anybody close to them like I have, it seems like it's always a child born right around the time that you lose somebody close. You know what I mean? So, but that was a hopeful and happy feeling that I got from that. But I'm just saying, overall, you know, it was just, I'm kind of waiting on Black Panther 3 now. You know what I mean? Like, not so much because this one was so riveting. It was just like, things can be explained a little better. You see what I'm saying? But like I said, 7 out of 10. I still give it high marks because it is very unique. You really haven't seen anything like it. Beautifully shot. We talked earlier about the women, but all of the women played their roles to perfection. Like they did that thing. Like I take nothing away from the cast. I really enjoyed them, and I enjoyed the introductions of the other super people in the movie as well. I like the way they handled themselves in those UN meetings and like basically putting the jokers in their place. Like, look here, what she said? You better be glad. You know what I mean?
Right. When they brought the
yeah, like shoot, this a peace offering.
Yeah. Don't do it again. This is a warning.
Yeah, any other doggone attempts will be will be considered acts of aggression.
Right.
I liked that. That was hard. Yeah, but you know, I just have to, like I said, I can't rate it a 10 out of 10 like the first Black Panther.
Gotcha.
But I did enjoy it, and I think the overall public will have more positive feeling than negative. But we are in a super critical time. Like everybody got an opinion. Critical.
But that's one thing you did bring up while Mike used as a dislike before I ended was the fact that I do agree with it was like the French and maybe somebody else, but it definitely would be America. America would have been the first ones to try to come after, especially in Africa. Come on, it would have been the first ones to try to come after and get to try to seize Wakanda, and so they can put that person in there. You know what I'm saying? And then get all the material.
Yeah, cool to that too.
Now maybe old girl Dreyfus who played
Dreyfus.
Yeah, maybe she represents America. Like, 'cause she was saying that I will go after all of the vibranium. You know what I'm saying?
She dreamed of the day if America had that type of weaponry. But if America owned, I mean, that's kind of like how it is now, though. Real talk. I mean, if the absence of vibranium, America is that superpower. Like, everybody is kind of scared to go against us because of our military capabilities and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, a direct attack against America is going to just basically start World War III. You know what I mean?
So I give this 8.5 broken ankle wings.
Oh shit, that's hard. I wasn't expecting that. The bunny couldn't fly.
Yeah, that's what I was fun. I was making fun of his wings.
It looked like an athlete's foot. You know the store athlete's foot? Don't they have the wings?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think he had a Red Bull or something. But yeah, man. I mean, from the beginning, I wish I would have gotten a chance to see it again. I might do just to fill in the holes what I missed when I went to the restroom. I know I missed a lot of history at certain parts because I missed the part where Namor said he was a mutant. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of that stuff, like I have to like fill it in, but that's the sacrifice you got to take when you use the restroom. It's like I got to go at the slow part, but it's like it's a lot of information you're gonna miss. So I may have liked this movie better than the original. Like the original made me feel good. It was happy to see the original, or on film. You know what I'm saying, on the big screen. It was just happy to see T'Challa. I was like, that's what this movie is missing for me is Chadwick. You know what I'm saying? Like Chadwick, basically it's like doing a Wu-Tang album with Method Man, and the next thing you know, the second Wu-Tang album doesn't have Method Man. Like it can still be a good album. Like you got Ray and Ghostface to support. ODB might be acting crazy in the background, but it's missing something.
Really like Wu-Tang album without RZA production. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's
like you still had your boy Kubla. You probably be the RZA. Is that where you going with that, or that?
Well, the RZA is, the leader. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Oh, that the leader.
Yeah,
okay.
He without the RZA, it really wouldn't be no Wu. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like you said, Ryan Coogler probably would be the RZA in this instance.
Right. He kind of does the theme and the story and stuff like that.
But yeah, Method Man is the star,
right?
Superstar.
Yeah. That's what made it pop. You know what I'm saying? Not his antics, but just his vibe. Whatchamacallit vibe, T'Challa's vibe. Like T'Challa was real cool. You know what I'm saying? He didn't depend on jokes. The back and forth with him and his sister was amazing. That's something I'm gonna miss. I definitely want to see. Yeah, man. Like I definitely love brother-sister relationship. And it was like a togetherness. She was the smart one. I'm the muscle. You know what I'm saying? We work together as a tandem, and that's what it was missing. And it's not like to come, be like, not be against, women doing their thing. No, it's not that. But I enjoyed the tandem. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
men and women working together.
You need that. That's what I was trying to allude to.
Yeah.
Earlier, there's nothing wrong with women stepping up when they need to.
Right.
But it's definitely an agenda overall to showcase, especially women of color in leadership roles, and where does that leave the men? You know what I mean? We gonna be out here
just support, like
putting on dresses and you go girl, yeah girl,
pom-poms,
yeah, and I'm sure that a lot of women are like, what's wrong with that? You know what I mean? type energy, but what's right with it?
I definitely get where you're coming from in that. But yeah, that's it, and hopefully, you know what I'm saying, you all enjoy Critical Blues reviews. It was good having my best homie on the job, you know what I'm saying, to come through, you know what I'm saying?
No, brother, this is my brother from another mother, literally. I say lyrically.
Lyrically and literally. Would you like people to look you up and find you on social media?
I really don't be on social media. I have a Facebook and all of that stuff, but you ain't got to. Hey, I see y'all when I see y'all.
Nah, I feel that. That's
you know what I mean? Y'all talk to me through the Critical Blues reviews, comments, and let me know what you thought of my performance, and maybe I'll, get with y'all on that too.
That's the word. And you can reach me at Critical Blue Reviews on Instagram and on Twitter. And also you can reach me at Critical's Blue Reviews on YouTube and Critical Blue on Facebook. Alright, folks, that is it. Ill, better known as, so I get your real name or you just want to be Ill?
I'm Key.
Key, that's right, Key, yeah. Key. Because back when we was in a rap group called, he was Ill Live Lyricist, but nah, it's Key. He's grown, Key to the city.
For sure.
And this is Critical, and y'all have a good one and enjoy.
Go hard.